Hey y'all, it's your Captain for All Things Creative coming at you with the Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 2 reaction slash review. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're returning, thank you so much for rocking with us. Now, let's get into what were the main things that went on this episode. Then I'll end with like my ranking of the best couples so far. So we cannot talk about this episode without mentioning how gagged both Kenzie and the idea, that she's the preference, she's blonde, she has blue eyes, and she said it herself that, she's in love with herself and she just wants somebody to love her. So I think she's gagged that she's not at the top of everybody's list as Zach, running off with the bombshell definitely is eating at her sense of, I think, entitlement and her sense that, she should be at the top of everybody's list. But at the end of the day, it does seem like she was making a play for Sean when she's talking about, the eggs or whatever. And I think that they maybe could work on some like revenge type thing, but they're both vulnerable and Mike could get voted off before they could couple up, because at the end of the day, Beatrice does end up with the bombshell like I predicted. You see, I low-key be right about a lot of things. And Zach ends up with the bombshell as well. So let's rank these couples. My favorite couple still is Melanie and Sincere. Melody's my favorite of the girls. And even that, I think they have like 56% of the votes as of now. And it's nice that they stay loyal to each other. You can definitely see the chemistry there. And I like how they like each other, but they're still attending to their friendships. Like you saw Melanie kind of comforting Sean, and Sincere also, just being normal about his attraction, not like what's his face from last year, Jeremiah, and who shall not be named. So I like their vibe, and I like that they like each other and they're staying loyal without being like toxic and creepy about it. My next favorite would be Anaya and Casey, and they also have the next most votes. So from what I saw on the app, Melanie and Sincere have 50-something%, and then Anaya and Casey have the next most vote at 36 or something percent. And their bond is kind of cute so far. I think the fact that Anaya has good family values and Casey was gagged that no one was behind his door from the last episode makes him really want to build something with someone, even if it's just like a friendship level where he has someone to have his back. I think something romantic could be there. And I'm a plant lover too, like I said before, so I hope he finds something. And right now it seems like that something could be with Anaya, so I like. And last but not least, I like Zach and Kata. I definitely think that Zach could win this. He's being very strategic. He found his dark-haired, dark-featured beauty. And Kata seems like she got a good head on her shoulders because she wasn't going for Bryce and his tricks. Speaking of Bryce, I don't think he belongs on this show, to be honest. I think the age gap at this age is weirding out a lot of the people. Like, he's basically 30. Everybody else is in their early 20s. And for that age group, there is a big difference between pre-25 and post-25, especially when it comes to relationship and divorce and just the prospects of, being able to like think through and work through relationships, especially for the under 25s, their brain is still developing, so I do think what Bryce was concerned about in terms of, being with a younger girl is going to keep haunting him. So if anybody should go, I think it should be Bryce. But at the end of the day, him and Trinity, I guess, are back in a couple, and they seem to have the right attitude about exploring. They weren't like mad at each other or gagged the way that Kenzie and Sean were. So we shall see, what happens next time. But I do think the front runners are, again, Zach and Kada, Melanie and Sincere, and Casey and Anaya. But say who you liked. I actually will keep trying to, keep up with the pace of Love Island. It's very intense. Some days I might combine episodes, but for now, June is my break, so I should be able to keep up in June. Later on, when we get to July, I might have to, double up and maybe sometimes triple up, but it's nice to, be able to talk with you guys and check in about Love Island. So say how you felt about the episode. Remember, you're the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. Bye.